Here's your forecast from the First Alert Weather Team.
It's 5:10 on a Monday. I hope you and yours had a nice weekend. Temperatures and heat index values were slightly lower this past weekend than much of last week when the heat index topped out at a somewhat stressful 102, 103, 104 in most cases, upping the ante on that this week. A lot of places feeling like 106, 108, maybe even locally 110 today, tomorrow, and Wednesday. So the National Weather Service issuing a bevy of heat-related products and bulletins you can get on your WECT weather app. So let's triple down on those efforts to stay hydrated, rested, neighborly. Think about your people, think about your animals as well. Let's get you outside with your Easy Pro Express First Alert Skycam from OIB. Sunrise jumping on us early here in latter June, not so far removed from the solstice. And so that's just about tippy top of the 6 o'clock hour in most zip codes. We'll take you from a tour here with these brightening skies along the Brunswick Islands to the Murchison Building view in downtown Wilmington at now 5:11. Subtle brightening, but still the brightest thing we got going. This city lights. 77 degrees officially the port city right now. Dew point of 74 yields a relative humidity of 90% and contributing already to a slight heat index, 78. But this is the coolest time of the day for that walk, that jog. And what you want to do is get started on your hydration early. Wind at 7 miles an hour to the west. A lot of times it'll operate a little south of west in the day ahead. And the barometer, 30.18 inches of mercury. It is falling. Let's get you to the tropics, or really more aptly, the subtropics. We're just east of Bermuda. The National Hurricane Center has identified a small disturbance that it has tagged Invest 90L. This is a little sneaky system here. It's got a little circulation. It just needs the convection or thunderstorm activity to perhaps become a short-lived tropical cyclone. It would probably be a low-end deal like a depression or a storm, tropical storm. So could be the first system of 2025 that gets a name if it does thread that needle. And the name list for 2025 is Andrea. Now it's important to note that the position of that system east of Bermuda, it's a weak system, the size, the scope of it, what have you, it's non-threatening in any way. Just an interesting item. Here's the big item here at home. This ridge of high pressure. It's just kind of setting the atmosphere to broil, not only for us here in the Carolinas, but as we talked about this last week, there's some big heat headlines coming out of the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast as well. It's like a beating heart here between today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, our First Alert weather days. Notice that ridge loses a little bit of its integrity. A trough here tries to undercut it. So what that's going to do is lead to a slight rollback into heat across the 7-day forecast period. It's not going to be enough for you to shut off your AC, and you'll still probably have heat index values in the neighborhood of 100 as we close the week, just not as intense as how we start the week, where possible to likely heat index values topping out 105, 107, some of the numbers we talked about already. 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. tends to be the hottest time of the day, so get ahead of your hydration once again to double down on that point. Expanding your 7-day forecast to 10 on your screen and always on your WECT weather app. Now let's circle back to the here and now. It is 5:14 and Bill, our current temps, a menu of 70s across the Cape Fear region. Let's kick it back to you.